So hey guys, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Oh, it's like we started 2121. It's kind of like a sign from universe. Hope so. Hi everyone. So how have you been so far? My Sunday was chaotic. Like lots of things happened, and I actually downloaded yesterday a bunch of games. Like some of them are free, some of them I bought, and like it was really hard to maintain discipline and productiveness like with all these distractions happening. But I'm actually really happy that I finally got some of these games, and yeah, so I'm getting ready for the winter holidays in advance. Привет, Владимир. Hi. I'm doing great. That's nice. That's really nice to hear. Have you guys had like your Instagram behaving funny? Because like it seems to me that mine doesn't load as it usually does. I mean, sometimes I just am caught on this like loading kind of sign, and like I have no idea why. Like maybe it's my internet, but like it shows that everything's fine there on that side, so yeah. And actually our today's topic is drawing Jinx from Arcane 2 season, and so we're going to I got several ideas from you guys from the poll that I did here, like, and I think the majority decided to choose Jinx from Arcane 2 season, and I like this option. Actually, I wanted to draw Jinx, and I remember that back then, like when Arcane was just out, like I sketched lots of Jinx, but I think I never posted anything or like never did like the full kind of fan art dedicated to her, which I think is lame because I really like the character. So I think that this time it will be different, and I have like several portraits I'm working simultaneously on, and I think it's just because I'm such a perfectionist that I cannot complete them like super quickly, or like just, you know, post something that isn't fully completed. And I think this is why I'm being so slow on posting online nowadays. So I will try to fight this. I mean, I don't want to post something that I consider that is not of that level of quality that I want to perform on, so I'll just try to work quicker. But yeah, like this thing really gets into my way recently, and I really want to solve this thing out because I want to post more often, and because actually I have lots of things going on, but due to like the desire to complete everything like super perfectly well, I just, you know, like get stuck in the like productive divides, let's say so. So yeah. Yeah, let me just post a link for guys to join from Insta as well, and we're good to go. And I think we're done with it. And finally, let's start drawing. So I decided to, like, somebody gave me an idea to draw Jinx as Powder, like in, I think that in the, I hope I don't spoil anything for anyone, so like guys, I think if you haven't watched it and don't want to hear any spoilers, please watch it later, because I will discuss the series, like, so I hope that you watched it already. If not, make sure that you don't hear any spoilers, because I think I will spoil. So yeah, we will discuss the series today, so yeah, just be aware of that, and if you don't want any spoilers, please listen and watch a bit later after you watch the series. So basically, I'm going to draw Powder, like from alternative universe, and I think that's the idea that somebody gave me, like under this poll, and I really liked it because I think it's really interesting how things could have been or could have gone, like if some of these things or events hadn't happened. So it's like I always like the ideas of multiple universes, because it's I think it gives also freedom for imagination, for like what ifs, and I think it's really interesting to just speculate on these topics. Oh hi, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining, guys. Draw Caitlyn and Vi. Oh. No, not really. Not happening. Okay. Are you into that stuff? Guys, please stay nice. Stay nice, okay? I mean, I understand, I respect everybody, but I just don't wanna anything super adult during this stream, so yeah. Yeah, I hope you understand. Yeah, so our today's character is Jinx, and first as Powder. So I'm going to draw her. Because to me it's really interesting that's how she could have been as a character, like basically a different person, like completely from what we know her as Jinx, like this kind of like crazy traumatized kind of person, and like just, I mean, I wouldn't say that's the Powder in alternative universe isn't traumatized, because obviously she lost Vi, but at the same time, like, you know, I think that she doesn't look as crazy as her Jinx version. So, and I think like overall, like she seems to be like a really nice person in this alternative universe, and I just wish that none of these bad things happened to these two sisters, and like they wouldn't have lost anyone that they had, right? So since there are some multiple universe kind of thing happening, do you think it's possible that in some universe actually nobody died there and they just live all happily, like in one world? Because like I mean, even the second season was so heartbreaking for me as well. Like I cried several times, and I was really emotional about the TV show. Like, I mean, they did a really nice job on this. So and I think I mentioned this before, but I like the visuals so much. Like the guys who did everything, like drew everything and animated all this stuff, like I think they are just like gods, geniuses, like crazy high level, like super awesome. It's really inspiring, that's for sure. Mistakes that happen to us when drawing, most often due to not adjusting the basics. Including that, yeah. I think these are like maybe very typical for beginners, right? But yeah, if there is something that you overlooked, for example, and maybe didn't draw the right way from the start, like it's still possible to fix, but it will be a little bit harder because you will have to like correct some of the stuff that you have already drawn, and like it usually takes time, takes patience. I mean, sometimes it's not that basic overall because it can be, you know, like really advanced kind of like perspective, for example. So like it's okay to mess up in more complicated things as well. So like we don't discriminate the mistakes. All of them can happen. I think the idea behind this series, like the way they showed like sisterly kind of relationship, I think it's really like they have done it beautifully, because like even though they were different people with different characters, different maybe values and stuff, and I think at some point they even thought that they became enemies. Like it's still like so nice to see how they still love each other, even though like lots of things happened, and I believe that's why blamed Jinx for what happened to Vander. And still like it's so touching to see like how they weren't able to harm each other, like even when, for example, like they could do it, like when they were searching for Jinx like at her place, and they couldn't see her, but she could see why, and she even wanted to shoot her, but actually she didn't. So I think that it's really like it's really beautiful that they still loved each other, like even though so many things happened to them. When I compare my drawing with others, I get very frustrated. How can I get away from this comparison? That's hard. That's hard. You know, like in terms of the quality, like I would say so. Like lots of people say like don't compare yourself to others, and I think I would still recommend to compare yourself to others, but in a healthy way, like in terms of the like technique and stuff, like, and just try to analyze how people do stuff, like how they draw stuff, how differently they do it, and what is your process compared to theirs. And I think this way, like when you can learn something from the person when comparing, it's healthy. But if you just compare and say that, oh, they are like, I don't know, art god, and my skills are nothing, like it doesn't bring you, first of all, any joy, right? Any happiness, that's for sure. It's unpleasant, of course. And it doesn't bring any benefit at all. You know, like, yeah, obviously for everyone there is somebody who draws like way better than them. Even for art gods, like there is always some room to improve and to develop. So I would recommend you to, like, if you want to compare, like maybe you're really like some artist or like obsessed with somebody's style, just try to use it to your benefit and learn from them, right? So like you can say, yeah, okay, they, I think, draw better than me, right? But actually they just draw differently, right? And they have different experience than you have. So it all can be solved because they also started somewhere, right? I understand that everybody at some point in their lives has been a beginner, right? So everybody has been an amateur, and like then with experience with drawing, like they became more and more professional. So yeah, it's just try to use it to your benefit, I would say so. Like if you compare and you feel frustrated, understand that you do something wrong, because comparison should be beneficial and helpful to you, not causing some harm and like hurting feelings. So I hope it makes sense. Because you know, like there are so many artists that I admire, like online, offline, and when I look at what they do, I try to understand like what exactly I like so much about their art. Like maybe it's coloring, maybe it's line art, maybe it's like, I don't know, something else. And I usually try to like have some sort of experimental kind of sketchbook for this, or maybe just draw digitally, like some experiments, and try to incorporate some of the features of their style that you like. So, and when you have several sources, this way you will never become a copycat of some artist, right? Like, because still, even people who try to be copycats, they cannot be like fully, because still everybody is different and everybody's artistic journey is different. So like it just gives you more opportunities for expressing your uniqueness when you have several like sources of inspiration, let's say so. Temps are very important, all right. Yeah, of course, of course. Just try, and I would say overall be nice to yourself, right? Like if you feel that it's unpleasant to compare, like don't, right? Compare with your own art, but I don't know, like 1 year ago, you will see the difference, right? If you have been doing like doing the work, right, drawing, you will see the difference, that's for sure. And actually, I really love the art style in Arcane. Like they, once again, they did such an amazing job on this series. Like I just love it. And like these different styles of art that they incorporated, it's just awesome, really. I'm still beginner's level. Thank you. What do you mean by still? Like, when have you started? When did you start? Because you know, like, what you might think as beginner can be actually like way more than beginner. And I'm not saying that there is something wrong with being a beginner. I mean, we have always have all, sorry, been beginners, and there always will be beginners, so it's okay. So like in my experience, what actually gave me like a boost in the skill, I would say, first of all, it's studying the basics, like all this boring stuff that's usually people don't like drawing, like, you know, the geometrical shapes, like spheres, cubes, etc., etc. So these things definitely help. Like, just they help you to study perspective, like how actually objects behave in space, right? And so this was an important aspect for me. And I also think that there is some interesting kind of headspace that you get into when you draw with no expectations. Like I remember, like just for practicing sake, I would open some website like Pinterest, for example, and draw every reference that I see. Like it doesn't matter what was there. Like it can be a flower, it can be a person, it can be an animal, like whatever. So and you just draw, like give yourself some time, like kind of like understand what you want to draw, and just draw it. Like I used, and I think it was like during my high school years, like especially on some boring lessons that I just didn't want to listen to the teacher. I would like always draw or sketch or doodle something, and when I had a reference, like I would use one. When I had no references, I would either draw something from like the environment that I could see, like even boring things like tables, you know, like pencils and markers or whatever, like stuff that you have, chairs, right, people around, like your classmates, etc. Or like draw something from imagination, like from memory, basically, right? And don't judge, because it's just like you get into a really interesting state, like a flow. So you don't really judge, you just draw, right? Without any judgment. And like then later, if you want to judge it, like if you have this desire, like afterwards you can just look at the page and say like to yourself that this one I like, this one I don't like, and explain to yourself what exactly you like there. But actually, I mean, that's just try to come to this, like if you really want to improve, come to this space where you just draw. Not the, you know, like the primitive kind of like, I have nothing against this piece of advice when they say like practice makes perfect, or like practice every day. Like yes, but don't stress out. Like if you stress out, your hand becomes stiff and it will be seen in your drawings. So just even before you practice some of these like very basic academic style kind of things, just give yourself like one page of sketchbook to warm up and draw whatever you like no judgments, no time limits. Like if you're short on time, like I don't know, give yourself 10 minutes, right? Doodle wherever you like, take any reference and draw it with no judgments as for the result, right? And you will see that when you like just release this tension, you will draw, like it will be like a game for you. And it definitely can be seen like in the movement of your hands, in your lines, like because our emotional state actually can be seen in our drawings. So I hope it helps. Like the fruit basket? Yeah, whatever. It can be a fruit basket, it can be yeah, basically everything goes, you know. Like maybe the most difficult things to draw, like when you have just a pen, maybe some landscapes, especially, you know, like the flat ones with nothing really happening but just the fields and the color. But like other than that, you can draw pretty much everything. So just try it. You will see. It's really, really fun. Because, you know, I noticed that when we kind of like try to do things perfectly, or like finally make this artwork that is like millions of people will see, we stress out a lot. And we try to, you know, like we procrastinate, we try to find the right reference for hours and nothing seems right, but like just start drawing whatever you see. Like get rid of these expectations. Then you will see that you actually get inspired by this. If you want to practice and copy somebody, like do practice and copy somebody, copy their art style, like whatever. Just, I mean, obviously, don't use it later and say that it's your art and your art style, right? But like for studying purposes, like everything goes. So, and like, I just like, to myself, I just called it kind of like freestyling. And I think that it definitely gave lots of like creative freedom to me back then, and I still do it like in my sketchbook. So you know, like I even have sketchbooks that are just for this kind of freestyling, like, and I understand that if I don't want to show it to anybody, I will not, and it will be just like my workshop, you know, like, and it actually gives a lot of freedom. So try it. I definitely recommend this method. I like to draw monsters, dragons, or Pokemon monsters. Oh, that's great. Draw them, right? Find the ones that you like. Find the ones that... Even actually find the ones that you are not interested so much. And try to draw them, like just for fun. So you will see it's pretty interesting. And actually, I noticed that if you really like a character, like a person maybe whom you try to draw a portrait, or like maybe it's some fictional character, you will definitely draw them better. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's just personal kind of, you know, attraction plays a role here, but let's say if you really are like attracted, or maybe you have a crush on some character, like go for it and draw them. Like you will see it kind of like will give you additional boost of motivation to draw, you know. Just trying to like get the idea here of the proportions of your head to the hairstyle, so it's kind of like just want to change the face expression a bit. Because I think that she looks a little bit more innocent, like in the reference, and I really want to keep that. Because I think like in the series, in the second season, like she was kind of puzzled with what was happening. I mean, Powder, and still like she was fascinated with all the stuff happening, and at the same time like really confused, like why is Echo behaving this strange way, like what is happening, what is he doing, but still like I don't know, I really like her attitude in that alternative universe or whatever. And I like her outfit as well. I mean, it kind of like combines both, like a really nice dress, very feminine, and at the same time like this like bad girl kind of jacket, like leather jacket. I love this. And to me personally, it's really difficult to compare like her with her Jinx version, because I think Jinx is so traumatized, like she's so hurt deep inside by all the events that happened to them, and I don't know, I just feel really sorry for her. Do you draw what you want? Indicate the nature of the painter? I don't really get the question. What do you mean? Like, do you draw what you want? Indicate the nature of the painter. Sorry, I didn't get the idea behind the question. Could you like rephrase maybe or ask differently? Like, do you mean that I'm more of a painter than a drawer, or what? Because that's a tough question as well, and you know, like I used to think of myself as more like person who likes graphic kind of style, so more like a drawer. But actually it was, I think, the second year of my university when on painting class, like my professor told me that I'm really good at painting and good at colors. So like then it really made sense to me. So right now, actually, I try not to limit myself in the creative expression of this kind. So I really love like painting and beautiful colors and color schemes, but at the same time, like I think that the line also plays a really important role in a picture. So I still try to develop both, let's say so. I mean the nature of the painter. The nature of the painter? You mean landscapes, or like how painters work? Do you mean coloring or what? As for coloring, like I still experiment a lot, and I like don't want to actually stop evolving as for the style, because I know lots of people just want to find their style, and like I think there is nothing wrong with that, but like, I don't know, I think that you should constantly develop and like finding your style. Like you already have a style, right? It's just that maybe it's doesn't exactly look as you want it to look because of the skill level, but I think you already know what kind of things you like, what kind of things you enjoy, and like when drawing, you cannot like draw like it's not you, if it makes sense. I mean, still, like drawing is very personal, painting is very personal. So even if you copy somebody, right, like it still will not look as if it's that person, because they have their own little small habits and details, and you have your own, and I think it's beautiful because you can just like rely on this in terms of the style. When I draw nice things that indicate the personality, oh, now I get it. Indicate the personality of the painter. You know, it really depends if you want to, like, why do you do that? If you want to, for example, build an image online as an artist, it can be related like to your image. So let's say if you are like position yourself as a landscape painter, for example, of course you would like to draw nice landscapes, right? To make sure that people know you as a landscape painter, right? And if let's say you do this for yourself and it's your hobby, you pretty much can draw whatever you like, right? This is why some artists who are presented online, they still have some personal work happening like behind the scenes, and sometimes they share it, sometimes they don't, but it's kind of like, I think we all need creative freedom. So it's okay to draw what you like, and more often compared to other things. But if let's say you want to draw something that is not like typical for your style, for your like I don't know, sphere of interests, just go for it if you want to. And I think what is great nowadays is that lots of things have been reimagined, and so lots of rules can be broken. So even if, let's say, you position yourself as a landscape artist, but then like suddenly you want to draw, like, I don't know, a portrait, it's okay, and I think that people will like it if you enjoyed the process. I hope it makes sense. I hope I got you right here. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I think this reference has like such a beautiful lighting to it. Like, just look at this pink kind of lighting happening. I think it's just stunning. Now I'm getting into drawing like too many details. I don't like that. That's like too much. I don't want to just completely copy the reference. I want to add some of the details that are not there, so it's okay to like change things here and there. Like trying to keep within the character's distinctive features so that it's still recognizable, but at the same time, like, you feel like you want to add here and there some strands of hair, for example, like, it's totally fine. Okay, I think we're pretty done with this. Just get a little bit more details here. Yeah, this one. I just wanna make another. Okay, let's try this reference. Which is the actual Jinx, not powder. And I think that would make a really interesting kind of like comparison of the two. Just here. And guys, who do you like more? Powder, like in alternative universe, or Jinx in the actual storyline? Who do you think is better? Who is tougher? Who is nicer? And who do you personally like more? I just noticed that like Jinx muscles, like shoulders, the arms are just like something else. I mean, the girl is strong. Compared to just peaceful powder version. Definitely something different. And I heard somebody said that like Jinx is actually like Harley Quinn, but a teenager. So do you agree that she is similar to Harley Quinn, or do you think that these are two different characters? I love both, but I think, I don't know, personally I feel more touched by the story of Jinx. Like, I don't know why. Maybe like for some reason she's just more relatable for me, so I don't know, I just actually cried a lot while watching Arcane. Like, it's maybe I became that sentimental, I don't know, but I don't remember like being so emotional over a show like I was with this one. So in case like comparing in terms of drawing, I would say that drawing Jinx, it's like way more anatomy here, like of drawing the body compared to Powder, like with more of a dress and clothes like happening. So definitely the costumes are different and clothes is different. So it's not that I mean, I really like Jinx costume, like this outfit that she's wearing. I think it looks stylish and really in this kind of like, I believe it's kind of like sci-fi, cyberpunk kind of genre. So I think that it definitely represents it. So no, I don't like what I did. Just need more free space for the hand here, and it's not enough, so this is why I decided to rotate it. As you see, here is where the hand should be. Right? More or less. So I'm change this part here. The shoulder like can definitely be seen here, like you can see that here's the line, like this line that we're trying to show here. This girl has got some muscles going on, and And you know, in terms of practice, like I just remember one more thing that I think is important when you want to improve. So when I would draw something like from some reference, like some studying, like a portrait or maybe some anatomy, and let's say I drew it, and then I see that some part is kind of like not accurate. And sometimes I would change it, sometimes I wouldn't. And when I wouldn't change it, like back in the days, I just remember like feeling not right. Maybe once again it's perfectionist kind of like feature, but like I had to at least, if for example I drew it with just a ballpoint pen, like obviously you cannot erase anything, I would just kind of like change it just over the drawn picture. So in this way it felt right, not because like I wanted to make the picture perfect, like I mean we all do, but actually it kind of like gives you the idea when you correct your own mistake, like when you see it after you have drawn it and you compare it with the reference. I think it's okay to maybe change some of the things and show like to show yourself that you understood. I think it's important. So I wouldn't say that you should do this like all the time and correct all of your mistakes, but if let's say you saw that something isn't quite right, try to make it right, like up to some point, maybe change a little bit, but analyze your mistakes, like analyze what you don't like, what kind of seems off to you, because you see, like our eyes, they I think develop like before our hand and before our skill. So it's okay to trust our eye, like when you feel that something is wrong. So just I don't know, compare with the original reference picture and try to notice what exactly makes you feel uncomfortable about the drawing. So, and if you kind of like understand and explain it to yourself, I think this is what self-study, like self-education is, right? When you analyze your mistakes, when you correct them, not to shame yourself, but to improve, right? So I definitely would recommend that. Because sometimes, you know, like I could get this feeling like, oh, okay, I'm tired of this reference, I don't want to like finish it, and I understand that sometimes we feel this way, and I personally like left thousands of doodles this way, like when I just thought that, oh, I don't like the reference picture anymore, or I don't like the result. But still, like if it's something that has some meaning to you, like I mean, maybe you really liked the reference picture, try to change it. Try to change it or draw it again. So like you already have the knowledge of what you did before, and incorporate it, like use it for drawing again. So I would definitely recommend this for quicker progress. Because you see, like we stay at the beginner level when we just continue doing the same thing without any changes. I mean, we don't like the result, but we continue doing the exact same thing. But try to understand like what is it that you don't like? Because you already, like, if there's something wrong, like if you feel that there is something wrong, you already have the well developed, like, artistically eye, because maybe you watched other artists, maybe you watched like lots of reference, so you already have this like feeling of balance and harmony within your eyes, like this understanding. So it's up to you to like teach your hand to do this way, like to get the result that you want. By the way, guys, if you have any questions, like feel free to ask during the stream, after the stream, if you watch this in replay. Like, I will be happy to help you if I have some of the information related to your question. We are here for improving, so I will share whatever helps you. And actually, like as a child, when I started drawing, I remember that I liked drawing animals more than people. Like, I really adored drawing horses or dogs or wolves, like, you know, tigers, all this stuff. Like, and I didn't really like drawing people. It's interesting how things have changed since then. I don't really I don't really remember how her braids are like ending, so I don't see much happening here. Like, I believe it's kind of like just a little bit of hair strands again and again, so I think I will just finish it up like this. Maybe it doesn't work this way there, but still, like, kind of like imitates some sort of end of the braid. Honestly, I don't remember how it ends, and here in the picture it's cut, so I don't see it. Actually, I like the face expression of Jinx way better, not because it's like better, but I think I did it better. So I also noticed that like usually the first sketch that I draw, like to me doesn't look as good as the next one or the next one. So just consider the idea that you need to warm up before you draw something that is really like important to you, or you want to look like to make it look great. Just understand that sometimes like if you draw something, then you don't like the result, then you get upset, and it's like, I don't know. I have been there as well, so I don't judge you guys. Like, if you feel upset about some result, like, it's okay. So I just want to say that if it's the first sketch that you're drawing today, like, it's okay if you mess up, you know? Like, and just draw again, and you will see that it goes better. Your lines are smoother. Like, in general, life is good. So just don't stress out. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself time to develop, to grow artistically. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. But like, the beauty of it is that it's a journey, you know, like just like with other, like lots of other things in life, like artistic development and progress, it's a journey, right? So just enjoy your way to the top. So yeah, guys, I think that's it for today. So I sketched 2 Jinxes, or 2 powders, or a powder and the Jinx. And yeah, I hope you liked the result. I hope that you enjoyed the process, the progress of this video and this live. And thank you so much for chatting with me. Thank you for being here, for watching the stream, or watching it in replay if you do. And yeah, please don't forget to give me a like, to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment. Like, tell me what you think about today's session, and yeah, what would you like to see me drawing next? Like, I'm open to ideas, so I will be happy to get feedback from you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having a great Sunday, or any different day of the week that you are on right now. And yeah, see you in my next video, see you in my next stream. Bye!